They all seem to point out that there used to be a path somewhere, but doesn't seem to be there anymore. So far. We've only got 2. Need to find that crib. Hey look, the crib. Wait. What can you tell me about the prenatal realm? Another Victor told me about it. According to him, the prenatal realm is where we all start, the very origin of our existence, where our souls go back once we die. Interesting. What are you trying to accomplish? Trying to trigger the earliest memory. The earlier memory I can create, the closer it'll take me to the birth barrier. Maybe if I find my very first memory, it'll allow me to cross over. Age might be a factor, yes. It's worth a try at least. Why haven't you given up yet? What do you mean? All the other Victors seem to have given up on finding our child, but you're still trying. Why haven't you given up? The trick is to have several theories going at once. If one proves to be wrong, you can try another. Have you heard the belly button theory? No. Another Victor came up with it. He was convinced he was the original Victor since he had a belly button. The original Victor? He thought that was proof that he wasn't a duplicate like the rest of us. What would a belly button prove? That he had an umbilical cord, that he had gestated inside a woman, as he put it, that he hadn't been wished into existence by another Victor. His theory doesn't make sense. I have a belly button for starters, so do I. So does every Victor in this place. So his theory was disproved? Thoroughly. When he realized he'd been wrong the whole time, he just gave up and became disillusioned with this place. He went all in on a single theory, which proved to be wrong. Once he realized that, he just kind of deflated. I saw him a couple of times, walking around aimlessly, muttering to himself. Something inside him seemed broken. Once that happened, they usually look for a place to lay down and await death's embrace. It is. I use him as my cautionary tale, a reminder not to bet your sanity on a single theory. You've got to diversify. What do you want to know? Old Victor. That guy's still around? Thought he'd be dead by now. He's been here forever. I used to prank call him when I first got here. Nowadays, I mostly feel sorry for him. Middle-aged Victor. He's not bad. We used to hang out quite often, but I haven't seen him in ages now. We had a discussion that went a bit overboard. We'd both been drinking, you see. Whether finding our child was possible or not. He thought it wasn't. I thought it was. We were both trying to argue our position a bit too stubbornly. Things got physical. After the dust settled, we never spoke again. He comes off as a nostalgic old fool when you talk to him, but I think he knows more than he admits. I heard him talk to himself. It sounded like mumbo-jumbo to me, like something out of a spy thriller. Go listen for yourself if you don't believe me. Just hang back in the shadows, so he doesn't notice you're there. He must be long dead by now, if he ever existed. I don't think there's much point investigating that, to be honest. Interesting. Do you not have a map, then? You don't have a bit of map, eh? Enter the archway. So this is presumably the original Victor, quote unquote. Baby Victor either doesn't have a map piece or he didn't give it to me. Beer bottles. Impressive pile of beer bottles. Wait a minute. What do you think of this map I found? Maps aren't worth much in this place. The past keeps shifting. Alright, is there anything else I didn't talk to you about? Is this what you do all day? You make it sound so trivial. This theater can show me anything I want. Any half-forgotten movie I've ever seen. Any memory I care to experience again. And I've got an endless supply of beer to wash it all down with. Let it go, kid. Best thing I ever did. Trying to save that little brat was a complete waste of time. What about everyone else in the house? They're a risk as well. What did they ever do for you? But Alicia was just holding us back, man. I can see that clearly now. Marrying her was the worst mistake of my life. I'd be a rock star now if I hadn't met her. Take my advice. Let all that nonsense go. Be a free man. You will once you've been here long enough. Trust me. I don't know. This place is like a casino. There's no day-night cycle. No clocks. Clocks don't work in dreams, haven't you noticed? I guess not. What's your estimate? How old do I look? Really? That's a lot more than I would have guessed. Oh well. Time flies when you're having fun. Well, that's about all I can do here. Thought he might have a... The order of what? What is the order supposed to be? The order of what? What does the order matter? Oh! Is there an order to how I'm supposed to take the paths? Or could it be that there's an order? Eavesdropping on me? I just heard you talking as I approached. I bet you did. So what's the order you mentioned? Something I heard a dying Victor say. The order matters. Those were his last words. What did he mean by that? I wish I knew, man. He died before he could explain. So what can I expect from this place? Well, if you're anything like me, you'll walk around talking to all the different Victors, trying to get a grasp. Then you'll start developing theories. Then you'll start testing those theories, getting more and more frustrated as you go, and eventually you'll give up and settle for a place to take the load off. That's how it was for me, at least. Didn't you have a fishing rod? That's right. I don't use it anymore. Why? Catching that fish was the end of my childhood, which is the opposite of what I want to do. I want to stay in this moment forever. There are other reasons as well, but I'll keep those to myself. What about them? Old Victor. Not one to pass judgment, but that guy's delusional fool. The machine found the perfect target there. He swallowed the supreme being sham whole. Oh, he swallowed the supreme being sham whole. That was a sham? It must have been. Surely it was the machine trying to derail us. There's only one explanation that makes sense, right? That's true. That doesn't make sense that I'd be chosen as the new fucking god. He's harmless. Sometimes he gets a bit drunk, but he usually keeps to himself, so it's never a big issue. In case you hadn't noticed, we're quite solitary after a while. We prefer to stay in our own little bubble. That's why I had you pegged as a new guy straight away. You were actively socializing. You'll stop doing that after a while, trust me. What about baby Victor? Is he new? Sounds like a bit of a creep if you ask me. Why does he want to be a baby? That comes some kind of fetish thing? Think he's trying to get to the birth barrier by accessing early memories. Yeah? Either that, or he enjoys wearing diapers. What can you tell me about the Reaper? The Order. This place. Raw potential waiting to become something. While our minds or personalities have yet to settle. The birth barrier? Not much. It's an idea that attracts a lot of you new guys. You want to save our child as soon as possible, so you're drawn to anything leading in that direction. Do you believe the barrier exists? I searched this place for years when I got here, and I've never seen any evidence of a barrier. Perhaps I can find something you overlooked. Keep telling yourself that. That attitude will make the first years a lot more bearable. Too many theories floating around. Too many theories. Stop trying to figure this place out. Find a nice spot and sit. Just enjoy the time you have left. I used to love hearing the other victors talk about that. It sounded like such an appealing concept. A realm where we all stem from. Where our souls return once we die. A shapeless void bathed in a pure and ceaseless light. It's all just speculation. A way to pass the time. We do that a lot around here. Talk to you about everything I can. Do you have a map fragment or anything? Doesn't look like it. Ah, shit. See if I can get back to the guy. Well, here I am. And if I go this way, it should bring me to the original spiral. Okay. So. Lifeboat. If I come up here to this cross section, there was a path here apparently. What if I go back to the lifeboat and I try putting them on the window like I did before? I don't want to look in, I want to look out. Which I think looked better from this window, if I'm not mistaken. I was right. There's a way to do this. Can I put the map on here? No, that doesn't work. This works though. Are there any other, like, pieces on the map that, like, line up where I could... Doesn't look like it. If I go out to Edie's dream... I'm assuming I can travel to these other locations because there's other parts of the... There's other unfurled maps or something. Oh, that doesn't work at all, does it? Well, let's go to the other places. I'm basically gonna go everywhere. See what I can pick up from these. This is the same spiral. Or it's a spiral. I don't know if it's the same spiral. Did I look at that sign before? Was that sign there last time? It's in a language I can't read. Oh. Is this guy still dying?
Back already? You looking for Selma? Not this time. You just missed her anyway. She's out to help those who were injured during the night. Right now I have some other things to deal with. You mustn't let an old fool like me keep you.
I need to find things. Anything. Pick up yarn. Find anything I can use here. Cage. There's the strange girl. Hello again, mister. Nice to see you once more. Same to you. You alright? Yes. Selma healed me a couple of hours ago. She made me a new heart out of an old clock. It tickles when the hands move. Well, I thought there'd be more to that. The entrance to the squirrel's home. I remember that. I remember shrinking down and stealing his nuts or whatever it was. I stole something from him. Hello, mob.
Well, 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 look who we have here. If it isn't the scout with the promising lead. You did that on purpose, didn't you? You got us all riled up for nothing. Your false lead made half the base camp come up here. Enoch promised us all promotions. But we finally managed to enter the vampire's hiding place. Turned out just that our prime subject was just another hapless victim. There was a giant gaping hole clean across his abdomen. You forgot to mention that in your report. Enoch was not pleased. We all got demoted.
Put on half rations. For it's my duty to pass the buck down the line and fire your worthless ass. Alright then. Where do you think you're going? Ugh. Fuck's sake. There's a path up there. Thought so. I have to make sure I don't miss anything here, because if I miss something, then I'm just gonna have to come back later. Oh good, it's the pumpkins. Candles. Selma's talking to the witch. Victor, didn't think I'd see you here again. Makes two of us. You're done with your quest? Fortunately, no. There's still one more tentacle I need to cut. It's hiding in the dream of my unborn child. Good luck finding it. Hello again, Victor. Did you manage to put your affair sorted out? I did. I purged both dreams of tentacles, but I'm still not done. Oh? There's still one more tentacle I need to cut. It's hiding in the dream of my unborn child. Sounds like the act of a desperate coward. Is there nothing I can do? Can I show you this? Fuck. Do you mind if I have another flask? To the dreamscape! Can I use the flask here? What the hell's up here? Wait, what the hell's down here? Drink it. Oh, this is the crib. So that's the theater. This is the damn path. What if I use the string? Do you have your own map or what? I feel like that's what has to happen here, is I need to get a map from all of the victors in order to... I forgot how drab and dreary this place was. Oh, I have the futuristic gun again. think I have everything that I can possibly take from every other dream. Now it's just the fact that I have no fucking clue what I need to do